Hello everybody, my name is CoreyAction. Based on the title of the video, this is going to be The Flash, and it's going to be Arrow, and most likely Black Lightning as well. Discussion and review of the episode. So, before I begin, if you haven't done so already, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if there's any videos you would like for me to react to, just comment down below with the link to the video. So, let's just start off with the Black Lightning. I'm trying to remember because it's been about a few hours. I watched it today, which is the 19th, so it's not that late. But I'm trying to think now. Okay, so the first thing that we saw was Nissa saying her goodbye speech as if she was dying. And when I was on my way home when I was watching the episode too, and I had this look on my face. I was like, wait, I know she's not dying. I know they're not gonna kill her off. It's bad enough that they killed Tavon off. Like, dang, he was actually one of my favorite. Well, I wouldn't even go as far as favorite character, but he's one of those characters that you get so attached of, and the fact that he's dead. Honestly, I don't even know how I feel about the last episode. Like, I really felt like he should have just kept. He should have just stayed where he was at. If he would have stayed where he was at, then he would have lived. Let's be honest. Now I know I'm jumping back and forth from last episode to this episode and such forth, but it still connects. It still connects. And here's another thing. So, what killed him was Khalil's poison. And well, he's painkillers, so I'm trying to gather my thoughts, so please bear with me. It got Anissa too, which is why she was doing that little death sentence or whatever. I'm calling it a death sentence because pretty much it's a sentence. It's that one type of speech that people say before they die and such forth. Tavon did something similar, but in this case, he didn't know he was gonna die. It just happened unexpectedly. So, what's that dude's name? I think they officially announced that he's dead. I'm not too sure. What's his name? I forgot his name. He's that funny dude. He really made an appearance in season 2. I mean, he didn't make an appearance. He was already there since season 1. But I find him to be very funny in season 2, especially with that neighbor that was dropping. No, that was in season 1. What am I talking about? You know who I'm talking about. It was the same dude that was trying to get a selfie of Black Lightning before Black Lightning knocked him out. That was funny. But I think he's dead. Like, I think they all talking about him. Like, dang, what a way to go. I forgot how he died, if he's even dead. If he's not dead, then that's great, I guess. Like, either way. I'm like, he's not the type of character like Gambit where we see him in every episode. And even Gambit we don't even see in every episode. So, this season so far, yes, we have seen Gambit pretty much at every episode. Whether it's the beginning, middle, end, we still see him. But let's talk about Len now. Len and Tobias. Now, I don't even know what to say about that. I mean, like, clearly Tobias trying to get some sort of information, of course, because... And let's talk about Agent Odell, because Agent Odell is just playing everybody. Like, everybody just pawns in his little games, and Tobias already knew this. Tobias may not be one of my... Well, he's actually one of my fun villains. Not my favorite villains, but he's one of those type of fun villains. If you understand what I'm saying when I say fun villains. But he is actually one of my favorite characters. Somehow, for some strange reasons, he's one of my favorite villains. I just don't know how to explain it, how to interpret my explanation. He just is. He just happens to be so. Yeah. Len, I mean, the reason why she's acting like this is because of the drugs that she's been taking. It's addicting. All because of Agent Odell. Back when Jefferson Pierce was some sort of guinea pig in the very first episode of season 3. But, like, dang, like, Len, I don't know what Len is doing. I don't know what she's thinking. Like, she's the one to talk. She's going behind everyone's back, being a hypocrite, talking to Tobias of all things, of all people, the same person that killed Jefferson's father years back. So, Yeah, once Jefferson finds out about that, yeah, yeah. One question, actually, one question actually had in mind. I'm pretty sure a lot of people that is into Black Lightning want to know when he is going to actually have Black Lightning. Like we see Blue Lightning, okay, we got that part. We saw some cool stuff in this season, such as him or the suit being in his watch and everything, and all he had to do is just surge his power into that watch. But when are we going to get the Black Lightning, the actual Black Lightning? Like, does someone has to be? Is someone gonna have to die for him to like tap into that power? Like, is that something that he's able to do, but they probably just saving up because they don't have the budget to pull that off? Or if they force it out, it's not gonna look as what they want it to look. I don't know, but it would be nice to see a literal Black Lightning. They better not cancel, or they better not like just say, "Oh, final season," and we don't get a Black Lightning, a literal Black Lightning. I'm not talking about like a black man that's lightning. I'm talking about like the color. Don't need to explain. What am I doing? But yeah. But overall, yeah. Let's talk about Jennifer and what's that boy's name? Brandon. Uh, let's talk about that real quick. Brandon, he has such a unique, such an interesting power. He was explaining in a way very simple, very simple. Pretty much, I think he said he had the ability to manipulate objects in Earth. Like he had rocks and he was able to change that into diamonds, which is very interesting. Consider that diamonds are extremely one of the rarest objects in the world. Now you can't just find diamonds in the back of your at the back of your house, if you know what I mean. But yeah, but that was definitely an interesting. It was a definitely an interesting episode of Black Lightning. Nissa, she really should change that mentality of hers, feeling that she can do everything herself, blaming herself, and she also feels like in a way, I don't know. Like Lynn is getting on my nerves, and then Anissa's getting on my nerves too. That's where I'm at right now. Like Lynn, I had it up to here with Lynn. At one point throughout the episode, throughout the season 3, I had it up to here. With Anissa. I was like, okay, I'm done. Although I didn't really show in my reaction now, did I? But after I uploaded the video, I was self-reflecting. I was like, well, this is a few things I didn't like about Nissa, yada yada yada. And then when Lynn, especially that particular scene when she's packing her bag and leaving, and she's the one to talk about how lack of communication in the house, but you ready to pack your bags, and they was like, oh, there's nothing to talk about. This, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, Jefferson literally lost his temper because he changed to the Black Lightning and almost killed 2 AOS people, soldiers or whatever. So, and let's talk about that dude. Let's talk about Agent Odell. We all know he's not dead. He can't die like that. If they die like that, then that's just lazy writing. I'm sorry. I feel like that's just lazy writing. If he dies like that, like come on. If he's gonna die, it has to be someone like someone will have to do it like, oh, Khalil, hello. We didn't get Khalil in this episode really. We only got like one scene in particular, I think. No, I don't think he was even in this episode. They probably showed him in flashbacks. But you know who we did saw in this episode? That dude with the teleportation ability. I forgot his name. But I'm glad that we was at long last able to see him. He didn't really play such a huge part to the point where without him, what's the point of even doing season 3? But it was good to see him because the last time we actually saw him was, as far as I can remember, pretty sure he made an appearance in season 3. But the last time I remember seeing him was in his last season where he just teleported Jace into to the campus in Makovia. So yeah, he had a good fight scene using his powers, and then Odell before he died dampened his powers. In fact, he damped all the meta powers. So of course, unlike the Flash, he actually used his hand-to-hand combat, which is something that he's able to do opposed to relying on his powers. And the reason why I say the Flash is because, see, the thing is with the Flash, is particularly Barry, Barry doesn't know how to do hand-to-hand combat. He doesn't know how to fight like Batman or Oliver Queen, and those are just a few people that I can think of at the moment. They don't know how to fight. In fact, none of Team Flash doesn't really know how to fight like the way Team Arrow do. When it comes to hand-to-hand, hands down, Arrow would have kicked their butts. They would have kicked their butts if that wasn't even obvious. Like with powers, then yes, Team Flash would have won. But without powers, Team Arrow would have won because the only person that has powers is Laurel from Earth 2. So yeah. So that's about it. That's all I gotta say about Black Lightning. Black Lightning was pretty good. I'm not gonna even lie. I was actually it was an interesting an interesting episode. Consider that Odell is dead and all. I know he's not dead. Like you're not gonna kill him. Like he's gonna make some sort of appearance sometime in the episode. Like I know he's not gonna make an appearance in Crisis. Like that's no. He's probably gonna make an appearance like an episode before Crisis, and even an episode before Crisis. I don't think. Well, I can see. You know what I think? No, I think that I don't even know. And I heard some rumors that Jefferson's kids, Anissa and Jennifer, was going to be in the crossover. If that's true, then oh man, we are not ready. We are not ready. But what was I? I was getting ready to say something. I was getting ready to say something. I can't remember. But let's talk about the Flash now. The Flash overall was a good episode too. We was mainly able to get a Ralph and Barry episode. We don't really get that as often, so I'm glad that Barry's actually doing episode by episode, taking his time and stuff like that. But let's talk about the end. Let's talk about the end of the episode right here. First, I know they didn't just kill Ralph. I know that for sure. I know they didn't just kill Ralph. If you guys killed off Ralph, I'm going to be so upset. Because you did all this build up, all this ceremony, all this applying, all this shout out to Ralph or Elongated Man, just for him to get killed shortly after? Are you serious? I mean, the promo says a little bit too much. Consider that Barry is crying. Why would Barry cry? Well, because probably Ralph is dead. Why? Because Ramsey came at he actually made an appearance. Oh my goodness. Ralph better not be dead. Like, Ralph is, I'm attached to his character in a way. And for him to just die in season 6, really? Like, he made his first appearance in season 4. Well, 2 seasons later, he's gonna die? Really? And if he is dead, the only way I can see this happening, and Barry's not going to do this, and I know the writer's not going to let this happen too, because if they let this happen, then they need to get fired, is if Barry traveled back in time. Barry, I wouldn't even expect Barry to do that. That's like season 1, season 2 Barry. And actually, I was getting ready to say season 1 Barry, he didn't even know about him traveling back in time. But he did, because in that mid-season finale, he traveled back in time, but he didn't know where he was at until after the fact. And then in season 1, episode 23, the season finale, again he traveled back in time to save his mother. He was going to, but then he decided not to until season 2. But let me not recap the whole series of The Flash so far. But like, yeah. But another way I can see this happening is that Ralph is actually dead. The person who plays as Ralph, the actor, he needed to take a break, so they killed him off until the Crisis. And then, what, the Monitor just brings back Ralph, pulling different people off from different timelines, different areas before they died, or whatever the case may be. I don't know. But even if that was the case, even if they pull specific people from different timelines, what will happen to them after? Like, that's another question. Like, they're pulling off different people from different Earths, different people from different timelines, from multiverse and whatever. What's going to happen to them afterward? Are they going to be sent back, or are they going to... I've been hearing this theory as well, that this universe, this multiverse is going to be fused into one. That would... oh man. So that would mean Black Lightning will be part of the Arrowverse if that has not been confirmed. If that's not happened already. Uh, Another thing. Yeah, Batwoman. Well, Batwoman is already in the Arrowverse. Yeah, Batwoman. I at one point I didn't think I never even thought of Black Lightning ever having a crossover with the Flash, and the only reason why, or Arrow for that matter, and Batwoman, I never even watched Batwoman. I never even watched the first season of it. The only reason why I never thought of that being so because I felt like Black Lightning at the time, and still is, a little bit touchy on that realistic stuff, like the things that they showed and the things that happened in season 1 and season 2 of Black Lightning. That's some real stuff right there, and I felt like crossover, no. And I need to really start watching Legends of Tomorrow. I need to resume watching that. Like I already told you guys before, in case you guys haven't listened, but yeah, I gotta watch that again. But overall, the Flash was pretty good. We didn't see Cisco this episode. We saw Caitlyn. We saw Iris. We saw Cecile. We even saw that reporter. What's her name? I forgot her name, but we saw her. And we saw Nash Wells. And we saw yeah. We even saw that dude. What's his name? What is his name? He made it. He appeared in the very first episode, and I thought they just stopped, show him afterwards. Like, but no, they actually, the continuity is great this season, and I like that, because you know that same dude that had the ability to control black holes and everything, he got sealed away. Okay, they brought him back a few episodes later. They didn't forget, because if this whole season 6, and they didn't bring back that character, that would have been a little bit of a problem. And I know a lot of fans, and a lot of reviewers such as myself would have nitpicked based on that. So, and not to say that the Flash never had continuity, because the Flash has always been about continuity, but I like the idea that they brought him back. And not to mention, I like to skip ahead a little bit, like in the week in advance, and look at the information about the episode. I don't know what's gonna happen in the next episode. I feel like I should look at the information, the description of the next episode of the Flash. But like I said, if Ralph is dead, I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. Like, Ramsey needs to be stopped. Who's gonna kill him? Who's gonna stop? Maybe he I don't know. Maybe he has a different face turn, and then he just stops doing what he's doing to accept his fate, and he ends up dying. And who knows? He could have actually saved himself, but if it wasn't for his lust of blood, the more blood. I mean, it's already been confirmed. The more blood he takes, the more he survives. The longer he survives, and he becomes immortal and stuff like that. Whatever the case may be. But like, it could have been simpler if you would have just stopped doing that to begin with. Like, he's supposed to be scientist. He's supposed to be one of the smartest men, but you know what the old saying goes when it comes to a desperate man, or a man that has nothing else to lose, is the most scariest thing of them all. A man that has nothing else to lose, yeah, you may want to move out of that person's way, for real. But that's all I gotta say about the Flash. Let's talk about Arrow now. Arrow was pretty much of a good episode too. Arrow, this time I had to say that the Flash, in my opinion, I feel like the Flash was more of the interesting episode than Arrow. Actually, scratch that, because the end of the episode says a lot on Arrow. Let's talk about the end of the episode of Arrow. Laurel, she did so. Okay, I'm glad. First and foremost, I'm glad that they stuck with her. I was starting to get a little bit, when it comes to like trying to make Laurel a bad person again. Like, stop. She redeemed herself. She's been trying to redeem herself since last season. Like, stop trying to make her stop. Like, relax right real quick. But at the end, she was like, nah, I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to redeem myself, and her redemption. I am convinced that she is 100% good. Although there has been some hardcore moments, overall that's just her. But ultimately, she's going to make good decisions. And again, with the continuity, I'm glad that Mia brought that up. 40 years later, or whatever year that came from 2040, Laurel, Black Canary, saved her. So, like, come on. But she was talking to Lila, and oh man, she was like, oh, this is going to be awkward. Who was there? Laurel, John, and Oliver confronting her because now they know that she is working for the Monitor. With the Monitor. For the Monitor, with the Monitor, same thing. Potato, potato. But then they got hit with the tranquilizer dart. Like, wow. Just wow. And now they're in a different alternate reality. I don't even know what to say about that. But this episode was pretty good. Mia and Oliver. I feel like, I know I'm not the only one, so you guys are gonna probably be like, oh, this is not new, but I feel like Mia should. I really wish Mia would understand, and she soon will understand, because when she see Oliver sacrifice himself for the billions of others, if he sacrificed himself, really, but if he does or when he does, she's gonna finally get it. And I'm going to be like, it's about time. I'm going to be like that. I'm going to be standing on my high horse, and I'm going to be like, it's about time you finally get it. You finally get it, you ignorant little girl. Because she's ignorant. She doesn't even know. I wouldn't go as far as saying that she's stupid, because she's not. She's very smart. But she is stupid in that area because she doesn't know about the things that she only knows about. She only knows about hearsay, and that's only because Oliver unfortunately didn't live long enough to raise her, let alone tell her about stories. She had to be transferred from the future to the past to the present to hear all these stuff and such forth. Really, like, I mean, William was pretty quiet in this episode. Like he didn't really talk back as much compared to Mia, because Mia is stubborn like that, like daughter, like son, just like Aunt Toby said. And it was actually quite fun. I'm glad that we was able to see Anatoly one more time. I know we're not going to see him for the rest of the season, or maybe we will, maybe we won't, but it was sure enough good to see him. And yeah, but ultimately Arrow was pretty good. We was able to get that fight scene, and I was getting so much vibes. I was getting so much flashback. The nostalgia was kicking in from season 1, season 2. You got 60 seconds when Oliver's flashback. You have 60 seconds to ring that bell. He did it before 60 seconds, but Mia didn't. And that bullet was the bullet in the chamber was empty. But it just comes to show that those Russians, especially that guy in particular, forgot his name, but I'm not going to pronounce his name because his name is Russian. He wasn't playing around. He actually pulled the trigger. He actually intended and attempted to kill Mia on the spot. But I really wish Mia was more of a good listener instead of being such a brat. Because I know that she's trying to help, but Oliver has been doing this longer, and it conveys even more my point, because in the beginning of the episode, Mia's questioning Oliver. Well, how you did that? He's been through a lot. You think that in last episode, you was trying to get past through Oliver. You was actually going to try to pick a fight with your own father. You really think that all of that just because one person trained you, you think that was good enough? Oliver's been training through a lot of people. Even Val Ghul, well, not Val Ghul, but even Val Ghul's wife and daughter. And let me not even begin to talk about him being a Lian Yu. Again, you didn't know about that. He didn't know about that. She didn't know about that, I meant to say. So it's like this family struggle again and again, and I know that it's going to happen again in the next episodes. Like, Mia, shut up. Like, come on. Like, it's obvious that Mia's not my favorite character, and I'm not even trying to make her my favorite character. I have so many favorite characters not even favorite, outstanding characters in Arrow. It's not even funny, but Mia is not one of them. And it's not because of that. It's just that because It's not because it's just in general. Really, I don't really know what to say about that in particular. But like, Mia just needs to have. I need to just press some sort of chill button on Mia. She needs to chill out. Like she needs to take advantage of the time that she has left with the father, opposed of just being upset and having a pissy fit over everything because Oliver chose to make her stay back. You know, there's gonna be that one dangerous situation where Oliver is like, I had enough. You want to come? Come. I don't even care if you I don't even care if you die because guess what? I have another younger version of you, and she's a baby. At least she listens. But you know that's not gonna happen because Oliver. At the end of the day, I'm glad one thing about Oliver is that he learned from his lesson in a way, and I'm glad that he's sticking to his word. Oliver actually stick to his word for the time being and be like, no, you both of you guys are going home. Both of you guys are not entering to that arena fight. Which again, that arena fight alone, I think that's the same cage from either season 2 or season 3. If not season 4, now it has to be season 3 or 4. It was that commercial with the Flash, Reverse Flash, Val Jagul, Heat Wave, Oliver Queen. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? So it was quite good to see that cage. I'm not too sure if that's the same cage, but regardless, it was. I had that little bit of a vibe right there. So it was good to see that again. So yeah. What else? I feel like I'm not touching on anything. Oh, Void. That's right. Yeah, Void. He came, or Jason, whatever. Wait a second. Nah. I don't know if you thought what I was thinking, or I don't know if you was thinking what I was thinking. When I heard the word Jason, the name Jason, I thought about Jason Todd. Jason Todd. I thought about that at the moment, and I was like, nah, no. What are you thinking, Corey? You silly goose. What are you thinking, Jason Todd? Jason Todd. Really? Nah. Although, no, that's not it. What if I had a second thought? No. But, it was good seeing Void again. And the reason why John Diggle knew about Void, because obviously Connor told him about Void. Not only Connor, really, but William. Connor didn't really have to say anything about Void. I don't think, Connor and Void did have an interaction in the Flash Forward. But as far as it was William, because Void was the first person that I keep saying Connor. Void was the first person that William encountered in the Flash Forward. He went all the way to Liam U, did all of that stuff, did all of that nonsense, came back to Star City, and so that was how the cookie crumbled. But this man is doing the same thing that what's his face from Legends of Tomorrow. He was one half of Firestorm. I don't know. I forgot his name. It starts with a J. Doesn't matter now, because it would be nice if we see them again in the crossover. Professor Steinbeck and is his name Jefferson too? Is it Jefferson? I don't know, but it would be nice to see both of them again. It would be nice. I'll say that for sure. But what I was getting ready to say something. Oh man, I was getting ready to say something. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, speaking of which, being that I'm talking about CW shows in general, it would one thing for sure is that Nash was saying how he was able to stop the Monitor from killing the Flash, not the killing the Flash, but stop Barry from dying because of the Monitor and such forth. And he used Ultraviolet. Well, I wouldn't go as far. That's not her name, but being that they're related, I might as well use that. But the point being is, man, I lost my thought. Excuse me. I apologize, guys, or whoever's watching. I lost my train of thought. But I have nothing else to say. Black Lightning, The Flash, Arrow, all of that was good CW shows. and I watched it all on the same day. So how about that? Give me a round of applause, and I'm gonna pat myself in the back of my shoulder because I deserve that. I literally wasted 5% of my 5% of my phone battery life right there. And you guys probably like, what was your battery percentage? 0. It was 0. I'm exaggerating. It was still alive, and it's still alive up to this day. But I'm just saying that it took a lot to watch Black Lightning, and then I'm home, so obviously, so I was able to watch, kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or shall I say, kill 3 birds with 1 stone. Consider that a heck of an accuracy right there. But I'm gonna end the video here. There's nothing else more for me to talk about. I said what I needed to say. I did my review. I did whatever I needed to do. So I'm gonna end the video here. I need to work on getting my views, like increase my views, like seriously. Like I just uploaded a video about an update of the 18th of November, and yet I only got up to 8 views. Really, like these hit up to the 20 mark. Sheesh. But I guess it all depends on the title. Hopefully this will get up to at least 30 views. I hope for it to get up to 100 views since I'm talking about all CW shows. But you know, can't be a beggar. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank you for watching, and I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm tired and I need to work tomorrow. So till then, I'll see you all later. Peace out.